Hi everyone, this is Pradeep Kandimala, founder and CEO of SAHAVE. SAHAVE is a social enterprise which is developing as a benefit corporation, and our mission is to save lives and create a social movement uh, and provide a global cloud-based platform for charities to be able to serve communities together in a collaborative platform. So uh, just to give you some facts that we are trying to uh, address in our mission is uh, currently about 4.5 million blood units shortage annually in US and about 3 million shortages in India, which is causing uh, uh, people to face death when they're going for surgery. So imagine you went for a surgery, a scheduled surgery, and you don't have a blood delivered, and your open heart surgery has been postponed because blood is not delivered on time. So those are the situations happening in US right now. You can Google on that. You will see a lot of blood shortages happening around urban areas. It used to be in rural areas, so nowadays it's becoming more casual in urban areas. So here's my team. I would like to introduce who are working together in meeting our mission. Uh, Thomas, would you like to introduce yourself first?
Yes, my name's Tom Richter. I'm up in Minneapolis. I became aware of Pradeep through a number of different relationships, and one of the things that stimulated me to be involved and desired to be involved with SAHAVE is I used to have a medical sales background as an independent manufacturer's rep, and incidentally selling one of the current um, ongoing rapid blood infusers called Level 1 technology. So I was familiar with the need for blood delivery. It has to be on time, in time. Not everyone has the benefit of being able to donate blood ahead of time. So for cases where there's a chronic need, an accident, an unplanned surgery, IV fluids isn't the solution that many of these patients need. They need blood and they need it now. So the fact that I'm able to participate in this initiative through my involvement with King's Counsel and Trust Family Office, that's why I'm here, and perhaps Dale could give a little bit of a background himself, and then we can move forward. Pradeep.
Thank you, Thomas. Dale, would you like to introduce?
Sure. Appreciate you teeing that up. And in our case, as a family office, our primary role is in the alternative investment space, typically. Everything outside of the realm of securities, primarily providing trust management and fiduciary services for our clients. And that includes projects too. And that's, you're right, Thomas, that's really why we got involved, is because the potential to come alongside and have an impact on potentially more than 1 billion in terms of a population that's when we take the field. And that's exciting. We do it in such a way in this realm of social responsible investing to actually put people first. And in so doing, we're able to get really creative in putting together some alternative structures that can meet, or in many cases exceed, the program-related investment guidelines provided by the IRS. So if you happen to be on the not-for-profit or the foundation or charitable donor-advised side of the equation, there's still an opportunity in your giving that you're going to do anyway to give in such a way as to satisfy the requirement, but at the same time, put yourself in a position to potentially receive a reward. Why is that beneficial? Well, there's a lot of charitable organizations out there that seem to always eat their seed. They've really never learned how to multiply it in a healthy fashion and still maintain their not-for-profit status. And that's where we and a number of other tax and legal counsel can provide guidance, and so that we can all do better with the resources that we've been blessed with. And in this case, SAHAVE is a wonderful combination of both traditional for-profit and not-for-profit beneficiaries. And we're excited to see how this might come together and benefit a lot of folks.
Thank you, Dale. That actually segues to our next discussion about one thing I want to be clear for audience is SAHAVE is not a non-profit organization. It's a for-profit benefit corporation. And I would like to highlight the thing that Dale, you have said is people first. And that is what has made SAHAVE in collaborating with KCT, King's Council and Trust, in developing a benefit corporation, SAHAVE as a benefit corporation. So I would like to ask you more about, if you can explain about an individual or a business owner can participate in SAHAVE movement using PRI.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think for anyone that's coming from traditional corporate mindset, there's a growing trend among CEOs, leadership of existing corporations, particularly the public ones, that are all getting on board to decide, you know what, we can actually do better. And not just to impact our financial bottom line, but also in the social or environmental or governance or what they refer to as ESG, or in some circles, social responsible investing. So I think anyone that's coming from, looking for ways to be able to kind of partner with and support with their respective foundations that they all seem to already have, this is a wonderful opportunity to kind of put a feather in their cap, assuming that it's a good fit and it furthers their philanthropic goals. You have such a broad reaching, not just domestically, but potentially internationally impact. I would imagine any number of individuals, corporately and or organizationally could benefit from partnering or sponsoring in some way this initiative.
Perfect, Dale. Thomas, I would like to ask you about every contributor would like to know what is in it for me, right? I mean, it's true with investors too. What is in it for me? So PRI provides an opportunity for program-related investments, provides an opportunity for somebody.
Yes.
Not from just impact point of view, there's a returns point of view. So can you please explain that?
Sure. Well, the PRI investment strategy and SAHAVE's specific opportunity provides those who want to be donors to this initiative to give the gift that keeps on giving, such that to the degree that SAHAVE is successful over the term of his initiative, there is a real possibility that based on the success of his initiative, that there is provision built in such that the donor has the opportunity to receive as a royalty off the top line gross receipts. So to the degree that SAHAVE is successful, your gift could multiply, your seed could multiply. As Dale mentioned, that many organizations don't know how to multiply their seed, and they give without any expectation that their seed could be multiplied. So SAHAVE has a unique instrument that has that provision built in. And when it comes back, the only requirement is that you turn around and you put it right back out into someone else's field, because that's the purpose of that's the primary purpose of that investment that you would make into SAHAVE. It has to satisfy your mission-related giving. It's not primarily done as an investment or for the production of income or the appreciation of property. And of course, the funds can't be used for lobbying or any other prohibited political activity. So if you're looking for a gift that keeps on giving based on the success of this initiative, you get to give and give again, and you can do it while you're still alive. So there's no need to be dead in order to have your resources do well. You can do well while you're still living. So I hope that addresses your question adequately, Pradeep.
Wow, that's great, Thomas. So that now points me to Dale. I mean, Dale, there are a lot of philanthropists in the world today, right? And I'm not talking about big philanthropists, billionaires. I'm talking about small philanthropists. Everybody have a philanthropy in their heart, right? Whoever is earning. So they are doing givings, and majority of the givings are going to charities, obviously, today, and it's been consumed. So can you, I mean, there's a challenge with charities to multiply what Thomas has just mentioned about, right? So how, uh, I would like you to explain about how those philanthropists can collaborate with SAHAVE in and use this SAHAVE instrument or whatever you would like to call it to build their legacy, to support their foundations or charities that they are supporting in their mindset. So they are not only solving social impact that SAHAVE is doing, they're also doing an impact that they are intended to look at, right? So can you please give us some views in that?
Yeah, I think the most important aspect of where the charities themselves specifically can benefit is to recognize they all have administrative burden in some degree. They all have expenses to some degree. And one of the primary benefits that we see in the structure we've put together for SAHAVE is the benefit of being able to share resources. You know, not just the hard costs, but also the soft costs of intellectual property. And as such, you know, Thomas, you mentioned royalties before, as a function of a shared expense slash shared reward potential. No guarantees, mind you, because this is a function of the cash flow statement, and which is a different statement altogether than profit and loss. It's a different statement than the balance sheet traditionally. So it's a departure from business as usual in terms of traditional equity debt in favor of more of a contractual, or what we like to say is more covenantal type relationship. So I think bottom line, the most compelling aspect of a not-for-profit organization facing challenges with limited resources is to be able to look at ways to share. How can we be better together, to collaborate, to cooperate? And I might add, because of the not-for-profit status, Thomas, you mentioned this before, it does not have a significant purpose in terms of income production or property appreciation per se, because its primary purpose is to pursue its charitable purpose. We believe that it safely puts this type of cooperation in safe harbor as to not be threatened with any potential, shall we say, antitrust or collusion type, accusations that could come about from cooperating traditionally in a for-profit space. So again, the more that we can mitigate a lot of the traditional red tape and regulation that's out there and navigate these waters, I think this is where, again, collectively, we, your CPAs, your legal counsel, we can all be better together. I think for the not-for-profit especially, it's a wonderful opportunity to try something new and different, because business as usual isn't working. And not doing anything about it doesn't fix the problem. So for someone that's perhaps willing to take a little bit of a risk, traditionally it's only been the greatest in terms of magnitude of foundations that write program-related investments, provide community development funds, as it were. They have to give the money away anyway. Well, you might as well put it in a position where it has a chance to come back, so that you give over and over and over again. And that's this structure in this case, and that's from a residual benefit, how then a not-for-profit could also put themselves in a position to receive adequately for sharing in this journey with you.
Thank you, Dale. I mean, that opens up like what SAHAVE should be. And as an individuals who are more philanthropists, they would like to leave a legacy, right? I mean, that is what we are focusing on with this instrument. It allows for charities and also SAHAVE and individuals being collaboratively working towards a legacy and sustainable communities that thrive forever and eliminate poverty, hunger, and all other issues that we can save lives. So let's end with that. And I would like to invite audience to know more about SAHAVE and the opportunity to be part of SAHAVE movement. You please contact me at Pradeep at sahave.org, Pradeep at Sahave, SAHAVE.org, or you can also visit uh, our website www.sahave.org, or you can search for SAHAVE in LinkedIn and contact us through that. So thank you very much.